going on, YouTube? Today I have a new video about something that's been a little bit different than the reviews I've been doing recently. It's called a Nerf contract. Basically, I know nobody who's watching this probably knows what that is, so I'm just going to explain. A Nerf contract, basically, what it is, if you need something for a war, which is pretty much a big thing for me, at least. If I was going to a war, I would really want to have a kick-butt blaster in my hands at all times. And if you're not a very experienced modder, then this is something that would be kind of difficult, very difficult, in fact, for you to do. So, basically what it is, if you know a good modder that's like on YouTube, like myself, what you can do is you can contact them and you can ask them to make a blaster for you, a custom blaster. So what they would do, it'd be completely customized to all your dimensions and stuff, like LEDs, power, spring power, colors, whatever. And you would be the one to pay for it, obviously. You would pay for it, and it's shipping, most likely. Sometimes the modder pays shipping, and sometimes the other, the spender pays shipping. That's most of the time. So yeah, they would make a blaster for you, basically. And these blasters can go from anywhere from, I don't know, well, not necessarily blasters, but projects can go anywhere from like $10 up to, I've seen one guy's been trying to sell on his site for like $400. It's pretty crazy. And these blasters are pretty awesome and amazing how the people make them, just perfectly how the people said. And I've been wanting to do that. I've been wanting to make more blasters because what I'll do is I'll get on a project and then I'll just kind of stall out on it. But I figured if I have more projects open, then I'll get more done. It's kind of a weird concept, but yeah. So what I've been wanting to do is start doing contracts for people. So basically, if you want a custom Nerf gun, you can contact me and pay me for the blaster. But basically, I'm going to say this from the start, it's going to be pretty expensive, just because it's our work entirely, the modders, because they're spending all their time on the blaster that they're not even going to get to use for a very long purpose, because they're going to be shipping it off to the requester or the commissioner. That's what the people, that if you were to contact me, you are called the commissioners. I am the modder. Yeah, so the commissioner would use it. You wouldn't get that much use out of it. And so, yeah, it's going to cost quite a bit of money to you for what it actually is. Because let's say, I'm just going to use this as an example here. Let's say I have my redwood here. And I probably spent, I don't know, I probably spent too long on this one just because of the painting issues. But I probably spent at least a good 5 to 6 hours on this thing, which is not that much in the modding world of great modders, the people that spend like 40 hours or more on their blasters, which is pretty incredible. But this is just kind of a mediocre, round-of-the-mill blaster right here. If I were to sell this, which if anyone wants this, you can contact me and look at my email. I am probably going to, I would sell this for somewhere from $45 to $60 for this thing. It gets about 40 to 45 feet flat. You have to load it manually. It's not anything really special. Just a voltage mod and painting and a stock on it. Now, this would go about $50 or $60. Now, that's what I'm using as an example. This could have gone for a lot more. I could have done so much more on this thing. I could have put LEDs in it. LEDs in an integration blaster and made it so much more powerful than it is. Then if I were to sell that, that would go for more like $75, $90 if it were a really, really professional looking gun. But this would sell about for that much, so I'm just going to put this down here. So yeah, basically what I'm trying to say is I want you to contact me with your blaster ideas if you want a blaster from me, custom made by me for your use. The reason people do this, like myself, is some people are just lazy and some are just plain out inexperienced. I am slightly more experienced than some others, I believe, that mod. That blaster I just showed you wasn't probably... I think I could do so much more than that. If you just give me ideas for your blasters that you want for yourselves, I could do so much with it. So basically, what I'm trying to say is you can contact me with any blaster, just any blaster. You know, any blaster that you want to have modded. And I can try and make that work. Because I have a whole wall of guns here, and I can figure out what the internals are on all of them, even if I haven't opened them up yet. And then I would modify it and paint it just how you like it. But the thing about that is you have to tell me almost exactly what you want. If you're going to contact me about it, I would advise not a very loose description. I want it pretty tight. I want you to know almost exactly what you want and what your price range is to be. Because what I'm going to do is, if you contact me with a blaster, I'm going to figure all this stuff out and figure out how much it's going to cost plus the shipping. So then you would contact me with your email, which is, my email is down there if you want to contact me about this. And you could just tell me whatever you wanted, except you need to be specific about it. Because I'm just kind of limited to basic colors, maybe a secondary, not like a tertiary or quad colors. That's kind of ridiculous. So if you gave me ideas, then and it sounded really good to me, then I'd like to do that stuff for you, because I just enjoy modding a lot. And, it's just what I like to do, and I'll do it just for money, just for a few bucks of profit. Also, it's not just going to cost for the blaster itself and the shipping. I want to make a little bit of profit on this for myself, because this is kind of like a business for me, I suppose. It's kind of an odd business, but that's what a lot of people do, and they make quite a good living off it. It's kind of crazy. Not a living, but they save up their money and buy some really cool stuff with the money they get from modding their blasters and selling them, such as Drac, Nerfomania, Coop, yeah, you got it. Anyway, you may not know all of them, but I'll put their links to the channels in their descriptions. They're a lot more professional than me, but I just wanted to have a start in contracting. I'm okay if I only get a few contracts a year. That's alright, because I don't spend a whole ton of time on this hobby, just because simply I have other things outside of this hobby that I like to do quite a bit too. But this is what I like to do the most. One thing I do gotta say, these projects will take these projects are gonna take quite a long time, so if you have a blaster idea, and you need it for a war, you better hurry and tell me, because I'm gonna have to have time to make it. And I'll be working feverishly to get it done. So, if you tell me like a week, and it's a big giant blaster, I'm not going to be able to do that. There's no way. I have no time. I have to go to school. I'm a regular student. I go to school every day. So, yeah. So you're going to have to contact me pretty early if you want it by a certain date. Maybe about like 2 months early or something. At least 2 months early, probably. If it's a medium to large size blaster. Some ideas, if you want to go check out Drac's Spartan Shot, I'll also put that in the description. This is something that's very professional, but I would like to do eventually. I may not start there. If someone commissions me to do that, I might have to decline them and start with something a little smaller. Just because I haven't had experience with long shots and big integrations like that. But that's what I intend to do in one of my own next mods. So, yeah. Just to give you an idea here, I have a list about some of the stuff you can do. You can put LEDs in it, wire it up, all that stuff. Then I have some idea blasters that I'd like to mod, because I've already done some of these. A Maverick. Mavericks are good basic blasters. They're getting kind of old, though, and outdated because of the strong arm. But I haven't opened up my strong arm off my wall yet, and I don't know all about that yet. I'm still trying to learn. One of the good suggestions for just a secondary or a primary blaster would be a Maverick that I could really do a lot with. Mavericks are very, very versatile. They can be integrated into stuff. They can be like doubled and triple turned. They can put amazing LEDs in and stuff like that. If you don't want to know what I'm talking about, double and triple turrets, I'll also put a video of that in the description. It's some pretty cool stuff if you don't know what I'm talking about. So yeah. And then, what else we got here? What else? Hailfire's big electronic blasters like that. I would like to do those, but those probably wouldn't be the best. I like doing spring blasters, not electric, and stuff like that. Just because I've always wanted to do a brass breech, and I'm almost getting there. So if you really do want a brass breech long shot, you should contact me. Just know, long shots are going to be the most expensive thing. Simply because long shots are out of production now. I have 2 of my own. But both of those are for me. For me. I don't intend to be modifying those for other people's use. One of them I'm going to modify. One of them I'm going to keep stock for the future. Yeah, so long shots are going to cost the most. They can range on eBay anywhere from like $30 to about $65 on eBay, or the site I go to, Nerf Haven, which I will also put a link in the description in. Yeah, so that's what I wanted to talk to you guys about today. So what I'm trying to say as I end off this video is think about a blaster if you really want a blaster and you just want something to mess around with maybe or something like that. I don't care. I just enjoy modding. I'd like to do this kind of stuff for you. So if you have any ideas, email me. My email will be down there. That'll probably be the first thing down there with all the links. And then I will get to work on it, or just contact me with exactly what you want. You need to do some research on what you want before you even contact me, by the way. I just wanted to say that. So you might look around on YouTube and look at other people's work and see what they've done. And see, like, if you thought that would be cool and you want one by yourself, but you don't want to do the work. That's what I'm here for. Oh yeah, sorry guys. One more thing I wanted to say. Also, I'm still working on that other blaster that I've been talking about for the longest time. Not really, but... And anyway, I can't think of a name for it. So what I want y'all to do when y'all watch that, I want y'all to leave comments down in the description on suggestions of what it should be. Please don't be profane or anything like that. Anything stupid, I'm just going to throw it out. So don't even bother. I'll just throw it out and not even read it. So yeah, I just wanted to say that. And so yeah, this has been the NerfCon 1. Please rate, comment, sub. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.